Today I'm doing a little bit of work on making a table. I'm just cutting out some pieces of wood, but maybe I will get a bunch done, maybe not. It's kind of hot to be working out here today. I've got most of the pieces of wood cut now. The only thing I don't have cut is the table top for this table. Drilling holes for this table. Putting the table together. Now, making the tabletop. Getting it all screwed and glued together and clamped to hold it tight. Now I am making the door that goes on the table, all glued and screwed together here. So pretty. This door will go on right here. When it is done, I just need to cut something to put on this as a panel. Here, I've got this sheet of plywood I'm going to cut down to make the sides and the back of that table. Getting close to being done. Now it's cut for how tall the back is, but I still need to cut 3 pieces, one for the back and one for each side. Got 3 pieces cut out, both sides and the back. Here is one piece in the back side right now, but you can see that's how it goes. Looks so tight, very tight. That is 2 wonderful pieces in there now. Good morning. I have all 3 sides cut, but now I need to glue and screw them in so they don't move and clamp it so it will be sturdy and square. Now I'm going to use a table saw to make these edges a little bit straighter and just a tad bit smaller. So they're not quite so tight. Got this all assembled and glued and clamped, be held together so it will stay straight. But I had to do some extra special. I have put in the bottom shelf. It is glued in there and screwed on there. Now I'm doing the top shelf, marking the corners with this. These 4 pieces that I just got done sanding are going to go right here, all the way around. Then the tabletop will go on top of it. So close to being done. Now I got those 4 pieces in there. This will be mounted on there. Getting closer. Next I need to make the door. The top is on. Now I just got some weight on it and some clamps to hold it down until the glue dries. And try to keep it all nice and tight. Now to make the door fit recessed inside the cabinet, I got to take off 3/4 of an inch on both sides. I've just marked out the holes in the corner where the frame pieces are, and I'm drilling so I can put screws in there. Some wood glue on a stick, filled the holes up with the glue and mixed in the wood that I cut out in each hole to fill it in. When it dries, I will sand it later. Won't be able to see. See, there is glue and pieces of wood in this hole, but there's also a screw in there holding the top onto the leg. Now I got the door here all clamped up This piece of wood is glued on, waiting for it to dry so I can mount the door on here with the hinges and the handle. Already going to put a shelf in here. I decided that a little while ago. And then here there will be a drawer, but it won't pull out straight. It will be round, so it will open out round, close round. Close to being done. I just need to put this handle on and then stain it. It will be done. To smooth out the places where I added glue and sawdust, use a saw on the side like this, and then it will come out looking like this. Sand in the top to get rid of the uneven edges that are there and take off any rough spots that might be there. Top of the table is really smooth. Now I will sand the edges here, get that smooth. Now I got the door. I need to drill holes for the handle right here. Then I can stain this thing. On the back side of this door, I'm going to drill these holes out just a little bit bigger, just far enough that the head of this screw will fit down inside there and not go through the other side. Got the hole drilled. This will go in there. The screw fits in below that, and it leaves it so it comes out far enough to screw the handle on. Got the table all cleaned off with a vacuum. Now I'm getting ready to stain it and polyurethane it at the same time. A one-step process. It should be gray and a little bit shiny. Now I got the door all stained, ready to put the hardware back on, and the whole cabinet is stained inside and out. Ready to wait for this to dry and put it back together. Now the stain and polyurethane is all dried up, so I'm putting the door hardware on and then going to mount the door on here and call it good. Table is done. Beautiful. Now just leave this table sitting out here in the sun to get dry, as dry it can be, and to let all that nasty smell stay outside instead of in my house. Final process of finishing up this table. Use a rough, not so rough, pad to go through and wipe down all surfaces to make sure that all dirt, make sure all the rough places have all been knocked down and smoothed out and equally shiny or flat. That way it's very consistent look. I just realized this table kind of matches the cars here. They look almost the same color.